So you've been editing in CapCut and you're thinking about switching to DaVinci Resolve, but it looks kind of intense, right? This is the fastest guide to help you make that jump step by step, even if you've never opened DaVinci Resolve before. We're breaking down the key differences, showing you where to click, what to ignore, and how to start editing right away. CapCut is awesome for quick edits and social media, but it definitely has its limits. DaVinci Resolve is your next step up with Pro Tools, more controls, and 0 watermarks, even in the free version. At first glance, DaVinci Resolve can look kind of intimidating, but once you know where to go, it's actually super easy. Well, here's a secret. You'll mostly live in the Edit tab. Forget about Fairlight, Fusion, and all that extra stuff, at least for now. This is where you're mostly gonna live, is inside of the Edit section. And don't worry about all these other tabs. They may seem intimidating, but we're just gonna stick with the Edit page for now, and I'll show you an easy way to just start with editing right away. So what we have here, the layout. On top here, you can switch on your media pool on or off. This is where you import all your clips. So you can just drag clips from your folder straight into here. I mean, grab a couple of clips here, drag them in. All your media will sit here. And then you've got your effects tab. When you switch that on, this is where all your effects will be. Unlike CapCut, the effects are at the bottom here, at the bottom left, instead of at the top. Yeah, if you turn off the media pool, they'll show up at the top. Titles, generators, effects, everything that you can think of will be in your effects tab. And just like in CapCut, you just drag and drop your footage in there and it will show up in the viewer. Next up, we have the inspector tab. It's just like the CapCut edit panel where you can adjust scale, crop, and more. It's all there, just laid out like a real professional editor. But think of it like CapCut leveled up. Now let's talk about what you're actually gonna do. So from your media pool, drag in the clip. To cut it, select the blade tool. You can cut it like that, and you can trim it. If you hover over the clip, this icon appears. Then you can trim your clip, make it shorter and longer. You can click and move the clip around. You can move it up, you can move it down, and you can add some transitions. Let's say we've got another clip here. Let's go to, let's put this one in, and let's add a video transition in. Go to video transitions, and then if you hover on them, you can see a preview of the transition before you drag it into your timeline. Let's use this. Let's drag in a transition. There we go. Drag that in, and that's a nice looking transition. You can add your music by going to my favorite website, audio.com. They have a 70% discount for your first year. The link's in the description if you use this code. Get your favorite song. If you've downloaded your song, the same thing. You can just drag your song onto the timeline. You can trim it down or up, depending on the length of your clip, right? Yeah, so if you've done it in CapCut, it's pretty easy to do it in DaVinci Resolve as well. You don't need to worry about all the other tabs, just focus on the Edit tab. It's a bit of a learning curve in the beginning, but as soon as you understand DaVinci Resolve, it's a much smoother workflow. And yeah, CapCut does have a lot more effects and video transitions. They come out with new stuff every single day, but in DaVinci Resolve, you can create your own custom transitions and effects in the Fusion page. Let me know if you want me to create a video about it. I must say, DaVinci Resolve just leveled up their subtitles with this new update. I'm not sure if it's available in the free version. Let me know in the comments. If you're serious about switching to DaVinci Resolve, but you're hitting some roadblocks, that's exactly where I offer one-on-one coaching. We'll jump on a focused call where I'll walk you through your actual workflow. I'll help you fix what's not working and show you exactly how to get faster, more professional results. It's personalized, it's efficient, and you'll leave with clarity and confidence in your editing. If that sounds like what you need, the link to book is down below. I'd be happy to work with you. Okay, so real talk. Here are a few things that might trip you up at first. The first thing is the multiple tabs. A lot of beginners open DaVinci Resolve and they see all these multiple tabs at the bottom. That's overwhelming, right? But the Edit tab is like a one-stop shop. It's where you can import and trim footage, add transitions and titles, do basic effects, sync audio, use motion graphics, and even export if needed. So when I say you can do almost everything in there, I mean, if you're coming from CapCut and you just want to edit videos, you can safely ignore most of the other tabs. The Edit tab is all you need, at least for now. The second thing that might trip you up is track management. When you're used to CapCut's auto magic setup, you might get confused when Resolve doesn't behave the same way. Where CapCut creates tracks for you automatically, you don't have to think about track layout, it just happens. In Resolve, you add them manually, but this gives you more control. For example, you might want V1 for raw clips, V2 for overlays, and V3 for text. That might sound like more work, but it gives you more control, keeps complex projects cleaner, and it helps with keyframing, layer order, and audio mixing. The third thing that might trip you up when you're coming from CapCut is the export settings. Well, this is where a lot of new DaVinci Resolve users get tripped up. In CapCut, exporting is super simple. You just hit export, maybe choose a resolution, and you're done. But in DaVinci Resolve, when you jump into the Deliver tab, it looks like NASA's mission control. You've got codec options, resolution settings, frame rate, audio formats. Honestly, that can feel like way too much. But here's the good news. You don't have to touch 90% of it. You can just use the YouTube preset. Yeah, seriously, in the Deliver page, you can go to the YouTube 1080p, or you can choose 1440 or 2160p, and everything is basically set out. Choose your file name and your location. This is also a part in DaVinci Resolve that can be a little bit confusing in the beginning, because usually in CapCut you just say render or export. In DaVinci Resolve you have to add the clip to the render queue first before you hit export. At the bottom left corner here you can say add to render queue, and then just click on render all, and it will export your clip to your desired location. Exporting might look intimidating at first, but with presets like this, you're basically covered. And honestly, you only need about 10% of DaVinci Resolve to start editing confidently. This is the fastest and easiest way to switch from CapCut to DaVinci Resolve. You'll get more control, pro quality, and total creative freedom without feeling overwhelmed. Book a coaching call if you need hands-on help with DaVinci Resolve, and hit like if this video helped you out. And drop a comment if you want more beginner-friendly DaVinci Resolve tutorials. I'll catch you in the next one.